What's up, guys? It's SlayerXclusive here, one of the members of the XBL Party podcast, and today I'm going to be reviewing the game Rustler on the Xbox family of consoles. This game released on the Xbox One and Xbox Series family of consoles on August 31st, 2021, with a price tag of $29.99 US. It was developed by Jutsu Games and published by Modus Games. Rustler is an isometric open-world action-adventure where you play as a character named Guy, who does whatever it takes to hit it big and become rich. This is a game that pays homage to the old-school Grand Theft Auto games, however puts a medieval spin on it. It's literally the OG GTA games that had the isometric view, but just modernized and set in the Middle Ages. With regards to the plot/story, Guy and his friend Buddy receive an invitation to the upcoming Grand Tournament, and they see this as an opportunity to get rich quick while also making a name for themselves. They initially find themselves working for their brigand boss named Herb and doing his dirty work. However, they soon realize that they won't really get anywhere if they continue working for him, so they decide to set off on their own. Along the way, they end up working with a whole bunch of crazy characters, such as a priest who will do anything to get people to attend his church sermons, or a band of wannabe knights that are searching for the Holy Grail, which actually ends up being something completely different from what you would expect. Rustler is a game that does not take itself seriously for a second, and that is actually a part of its charm. The game is filled with quite a few side missions and activities that will keep you busy throughout your playthrough of the game's approximately 7-hour long campaign. The best part about it is that the player has the ultimate freedom to either lead Guy and Buddy on their path to success during the main story campaign, help the other zany characters in their side missions, take part in some of the game's activities such as becoming a taxi driver using a horse, or just cause all-out mayhem all over town. The controls in this game aren't the best as they are somewhat stiff and finicky, and the button mapping is a little strange, not what you would expect. The player has the option to either travel on foot or by horse, as you would expect from this type of game in its setting, but the button mapping for the horse is a little strange to say the least. On foot, the player can use the right trigger to perform a light attack, or hold right trigger for a heavy attack, and then the left trigger to parry or block, which is normal and works well, while the face buttons are A, X, Y, and B are used for various actions. The A button is primarily used to navigate the menu, the B button is primarily used to skip dialogue, the Y button is used to get on/off the horse or other vehicles, and the X button is used to start various activities or purchase items. The strangeness comes with the horse controls, as you can use the left triggers and left bumpers to accelerate, the right trigger is still used to attack while on horseback, and the right bumper is used to brake or move backwards. The game does include crossbows for range combat, which the player can use the right stick to aim with and the right trigger to shoot, but it's really a big letdown. The biggest letdown is that the game doesn't include the ability to lock onto targets. This makes combat frustrating at times and has led to my death or a failed mission quite a bit. The checkpoint system during the missions is also a little annoying and usually restarts you pretty far back from where you died or failed a mission. I also encountered a few glitches during my playthrough. The strangest one would occur on the main menu where no matter what I did I couldn't move between the different buttons and sections of the menu, and I actually couldn't fix it without restarting my whole console. Also, there would be times where the quest markers would simply glitch out and would be inaccessible to me until I died or reloaded the game, while other times the side activities would just continue to remain active even after I completed them, or tried to forcefully end them. As for the achievements in the game, this game includes a total of 28 achievements for a total of 1,000 gamer score, and most of them are fairly easy to complete. Most of the achievements are related to simply playing through the game and completing the main quest, completing all side quests, and some of the game's activities. If I had to be honest, the most frustrating achievements are the ones that revolve around completing the game without dying or getting arrested by the guards, catching all the rare horses and bringing them back to the owner of a company called Disneyland. And one of the worst kinds of achievements that could ever be in a game is one that's tied to completing the game with a 100% rating and unlocking all the other achievements. Gotta hate those. Overall, Rustler was a fun experience that has a lot to offer in terms of gameplay and story, as I actually found the story and writing to be quite enjoyable and oftentimes even funny. However, I have to admit that the game isn't really worth the current asking price due to the finicky controls and the bugs and glitches that I encountered throughout my playthrough. In my opinion, the game is worth your time, even if you want to just try it out and see if it's your cup of tea. However, I would most certainly recommend that you wait for a sale. If you've enjoyed this review, please feel free to like and subscribe, and check out the rest of the content from the XBL Party podcast. Thanks for watching. SlayerXclusive out.